We're recording Jimmy. People are gonna start flowing in a little bit. Give them a couple. Give them a couple minutes. But in my absence, we've been accumulating a little bit of mail, James.
Yeah, I'll say. We have a couple of boxes of it.
And for those who are encouraged into sending some stuff our way, we'll definitely get to it. If you send stuff our way, it'll be on one of these live streams, man. But just to make it more manageable, we're going to be a little bit more limited to start and do, you know, at least a half hour's worth, I'm sure.
Yeah, see what we can get through in half an hour, give or take a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to the quality of what's in these boxes, how long this goes, and how much we cover.
It's on you, Kayfabers.
Yeah, this is a fun component, Ed. It was a good idea whenever you suggested to stream this. I think that's a good way to handle mail. It's something we wrestled with early on, figuring out how to showcase the stuff we were getting, and I like this solution, at least for now. So
Yeah, and man, it's fun getting all that mail. As you can see on screen right there, it's P.O. Box 3071, Munhall, Pennsylvania 15120 to send us stuff. And we're starting with, like, these big boxes.
yes, the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
This is the stuff the mailman complains about a little bit at the post office.
Yeah, but we don't complain at all, man, because we don't know what kind of treasures could be in here, man.
Yes, none of the boxes are ticking.
Yeah, yeah. Like the previous mail boxes that we would get like this with random stuff, Robert Crumb comics would be in there, Tim Vigil comics would be in there, the super rare, first appearance of Savage Dragon was in one of these things, man. So.
Yeah, and not to mention some of the highlights have actually come from people who are making the work. Like the Red Bullet comics have been one of the highlights of stuff I've seen this year.
That was a good way to leave the kayfabe for a month, man, with the introduction of Steve's work.
Yeah, so it's been a fun mixture of cartoonists that are watching the channel and sending us their work, as well as people who are sending us their doubles or things I guess they want us to, I don't know, throw us for a loop. I think some of it has stumped the cartoonist kayfabe with some of the more obscure stuff that comes in.
Right.
Where to begin?
Let's go with Alejandro. You want to do that first?
Yeah, man, that works for me. I'm going to pull this away.
Alejandro Fuentes sent us a box of gimmicks. And feels hopeful. Feels hopeful, Jimmy.
It's a lot of postage, man. That's an expensive box.
Heavy box.
Tip for you guys out there, if you're sending stuff, media rate applies to books, and it is much, much cheaper. So if you're sending a box of books, definitely look into that. Man, this thing's packed and everything. This is a real
Jimmy, we got our Mexican
Wow.
comics, man.
Wow.
We got a brick. We got a kilo of the finest Mexican gold.
That is. I could not be more excited about something coming out of a box set. We may have spoiled ourselves by starting here, but I'm thrilled with this. We've talked about the Mexican comics a little bit, and specifically what I believe these are the historietas.
It's like historieta is like a broad term that I guess applies to this, man, but we could just call them comics. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, definitely comics. The reason I know that term is from Daniel Rayburn wrote a book about them. The Imp was a series of books he wrote on comics. One of them was all about these kind of comics, and I am so excited to see them. They're kind of lurid. They're half soap opera and half like lurid B-movie exploitation kind of stories.
My dad worked in Mexico for several years, and he would bring these things back. People shooting heroin and like dicks and stuff like that.
This is hard R-rated material, maybe NC-17.
But Jimmy, I'm gonna tease the moment out a little bit, dude, because there's still more stuff in that box. How like, just spitballing ideas to have viral videos. Let's repackage this, shoot a new video, but put some like gold medal flour on the inside, and then open it up to reveal the contraband. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see what else we got.
Bottom fell out there.
Oh man, lucky it got to us.
Yes.
Mask of Somnambulo. I actually have these comics, man. I met this guy Rafael Navarro at Pittsburgh Comic Con.
Oh wow.
Many years ago.
Give a flip through on there. That's a great cover.
Yeah, 2003. That's about right. The Year I Met You.
Interesting. Would not have expected this comic to be from that long ago.
Very Bruce Timmish.
It will find a nice house in my box of gimmicks.
Whoa, this is really cool looking.
Yeah, is that a different backup, different story? What's our note here? Oh, my backup.
Oh,
this
man.
is
homeboy, your shit rules, man.
Alejandro's work. Yeah, that looks nice.
That is dope. Check this out, Kayfabers.
That reminds me a little bit of like Paul Pope and a lot of like Junji Ito or some horror stuff.
I was thinking of Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
And then that is like John Waters.
That's a nice piece.
Yeah, great story. Very cool.
That's good stuff.
We don't have to flip for these, man.
No, appreciate that too. Thank you. We're gonna be cutthroat on these, I think.
Yeah. Good thing we have our trusty coin for those who haven't been.
We are gonna use that thing today.
A beautiful Kayfaber out there sent us the equalizer, I call it, man, with our name on it.
So this is another one that Alejandro's comics.
Yeah.
Kind enough to send us 2 of them.
Into the Crystallis. It's a very heavy metal magazine type name.
And it looks like he's doing everything himself here. Story, art, I'm going to say color and letters. I don't see another credit for that. So
He gets mad props for that.
Yeah, chip off the old block.
And Steve Jobs would give him mad props for the rounded corners.
I like the rounded corners. That's a
Yeah.
really nice detail. This looks good. The color work is really strong.
I agree.
And it's another one of those like strange, there's some strange images in this comic. I dig that.
Alejandro, we speak your name, homeboy, man. You're a fucking badass cartoonist, dude.
Yeah, this looks good. This was a nice box.
We got some stickers from Alejandro. A couple flavors.
I always think about making stickers and can't figure out quite how to do it. This looks like Masamoto.
Yeah,
like
it
black
does.
and white.
Yeah, it does, man. Oh, yeah, Tech on Concrete.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I can get on board for that.
Good eyeball.
Wizards, appropriate for this YouTube channel.
Yeah. And then the OG Alejandro joints. Dr. Gloom. Cool,
This is
man.
good stuff.
Alejandro, we speak your name. Everybody go get us into the Crystallis. And all the smart Kayfabers out there who make comics are very wise to send us payola. and in this case, payola comes in the form of lurid Mexican comics.
Yeah, these are exciting. I wonder if Alejandro, the bio in the back of Into the Crystallis says he's in LA. So I wonder if this is comics that he's found around LA.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, I'm about to give this fucker the blade job.
Well, be gentle.
Let's give him some color.
I went to a resort in Mexico, probably a decade ago or so. And there's kind of a person there, like handling everybody coming in and out and stuff. And if there's something you want or need or what you're looking for on your trip. And so this is what I was asking for. And he seemed kind of like, why do you want those for? And I was like, I make comics and I read about these and can I find some of these? And he said Frank Miller had been there and stayed there recently. Yeah. So not the first cartoonist to roll through.
Yeah, and then he said, boy, go get back to that bar where you sit in the pool, sit at the bar and piss while you drink.
Yeah, I didn't come home with any of these, unfortunately, but he seemed to know what they were. I thought I was going to get hooked up.
Holy fuck, man, is Ben Mara jealous right now?
Perfect reference, Ed. That's exactly the flavor of these things. Oh man, that's even cool. It's the one color ink, the staple of like kind of the cheaply produced comics.
Has a little glacy, little Steranko kind of vibration to me.
We're going to go through that Rayburn book and really get into it because he interviews guys who make these and they talk process, and these are turned around very fast. You talk about like manga being produced very quickly. I think a lot of the interiors of these are turned around in like a week. I mean, as you can see, they're not high end. These are made for volume and for getting out there quickly. And where they put their money is in the covers.
Yeah.
So you see the cover paintings, it's the B-movie gimmick.
Right.
Of like you shoot the thing really cheap and then you put a nice wrapper on it. I like that format too. I've seen like Italian comics that are kind of this size. You end up with about 2 panels per page. They look good, and you can see why you could do a bunch of pages in a week. I don't know about doing all of these in a week. But...
No, yeah. Yeah, of course, because it's like, 3 pages is one comic page, probably.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Also, well read, some of these.
Yeah.
That's something they talk about in that book as well, is just how these things are passed around. You buy them used frequently.
Yeah, I'm about to hold a blacklight over these bitches, man. Like with this one.
I don't think we want to do that. That might affect what we pull in the draw. Just sex and violence.
Yeah, man.
It's a formula. This is awesome. I've bought a couple of these kinds of comics from eBay over the years, but
it's a sphinx and a sphincter.
Look at this one, man. Now we're getting the 18-wheelers.
Ooh, Duel must have come out.
Look at this.
Maximum Overdrive.
This is like the Tim Truman.
Yeah, Dragon Chang.
The Dragon Chang south of the border instead of north.
These things are like so voluminous that I feel like you'll never see the same one twice.
Could be, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It reminds me so much of like video stores. How it was just like get the product out there as fast as you could because there was a demand for it. And it feels like that's kind of what these are. Just whatever idea you can get on a cover to sell it. A lot of times these are my favorite kind of comics because they are like the simplest. They're just nuts and bolts.
Right.
It's the dynamic images, the Dutch angles, make it look dramatic, make it look like something's wrong.
But almost, like the craft is there in a clip art fashion.
Right, clip art's a good, perfect reference for it.
Yeah, like this cartoonist, if he was chilling in the States, he would be drawing Rex Morgan, MD.
Oh, no. I do think there's some commonality with Ben Mara. I think Ben has some of that quality of... I know clip art sounds negative, but it's almost archetypal or iconic. It's stuff that can be identified and read very, very fast. You recognize this stuff because you see it in so much media.
Oh, man. This catches my eye. A lot of hard nipples in this one.
Pretty revealing underwear on this fella, too. Cars. I always love whenever, you throw the cars into the mix.
And that's definite clip art type shit, man. Just tracing off.
Yeah. Here's one that caught my eye.
Yes.
Bit of a Hunchback of Notre Dame, but also with a metal hand.
Yeah.
Shades of Cable.
We got to look at that one. And that's like the Cream magazine logo.
I love all the fonts. This stuff's so up my alley. That ridiculous amount of fonts that are just, in some cases, not even legible because they're so ridiculous and flourishes. It's good stuff. A lot of Western genres we're seeing in here. Cowboys. That's pretty neat, that yellow color palette.
Yeah, good color steps. That rain, dude. That's like Golden Age Comics rain. This is awesome shit. There's our guy.
Yes.
There's our guy. We don't want to sleep on that. But of course, he's like way less cool.
Where's his metal hand? Get that robot arm going.
Dope.
Sweet.
That's like a Misfits album cover.
Or some Fletcher Hanks.
Totally.
All you gotta do is turn that head right side up and
yeah.
Floating away.
And this is about it, man. Very hopeful cover. And you only see the fucking...
That's great. There's the metal hand making its appearance there. Climactic appearance at the end.
Yeah.
How isn't he laying somebody out with that thing?
Because he doesn't have it. It's very confusing. Maybe you have to get part 2. How about this one with the dunce? Or like some kind of preacher guy?
Yeah, I think that might be a monk. I like the one color ones too.
I do too. I feel like those might be...
Wonder what the deal is with that color ink. In my mind, they were just choosing a color and doing like one color jobs. But since we've seen a few with this brownish gray ink, it makes me think maybe this is just a cheap ink that's readily available.
Right.
That's a nice cover.
Yeah.
Twisted.
Ah, real chick tract feeling.
Yeah, that looks
with
good.
the typography lettering.
Little tighter printing job on this one.
Yeah, maybe it's more modern. How cool is this, Jim?
There's some nice images in this one. I like this a lot. This will be one I go for in the flip.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be at the top. Dude, it really is like a chick tract. It's like her redemption arc.
Yes.
Did we look at this one?
I don't think.
Ooh, nice art. Yes.
Straight to the scantily clad women. I guess they know what their audience is.
Good that they do, because I sure don't. I have no idea. Like, I guess before internet pornography, like, you would have something like this.
I like the high stakesness of this one. It goes from scantily clad women to, like, high rises and helicopter landing pads on the top of it.
Could be a Go-Go 13 story.
Yes. High rollers. Every now and then it reminds me of Vince Coletta.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
a little bit of production values.
That's good. Some zipatone or something there. Duo shade zipatone. That's a nice panel. Yeah, man, several of these are pretty good looking. You know, for being produced, I'm sure, quickly.
Look at her jaundice-ass skin. Oh, yeah, dude, a little knife in the chest.
That's a hell of a page.
I could almost hear the little bubble from the lungs. Like,
The wet air escaping
yeah,
through
little
the wet.
bubbles.
Wow. You know, the other piece this reminds me of is Johan Petersen's Nash.
Yes.
Which we are going to get to at some point on this channel.
Yeah, they do have publishing dates. Like, I saw many of them had 1980s, mid-80s, like 86. There was some 86 in there.
Wow, 86 is pretty good. For, you know, these things are not, clearly they're made cheaply, not meant to last forever. So to be around here, you know, 30 plus years later,
look at that
pretty
face. and then just flip it.
Consistency is very important, Ed. Comics 101. Make sure these characters. Look, he just keeps repeating. It's like Archie, where it's like front, side, 3/4. All the side profiles. Wow, you could do a drinking game with this.
And end up fucked up.
Yeah.
There he is again.
Perfect.
A little bit of when Keith Giffen tries to do Munoz. Hold up, one more time. That one. It's animation.
Wow.
It's a flip book.
That's great. Look at that. Talisman of Doom. Again, love the lettering. What a good cover. This is a different one yet. So this is like a black ink, right? This is a little dark, a little more gray and black than the browns that we have been seeing.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I see Pence, like, this is reprinting British stories.
Oh,
perhaps.
that makes sense.
Perhaps, I'm guessing.
By the way,
yeah, this is way too accomplished.
That ad was for a book called Eagle and Tiger. I would read a book called Eagle and Tiger.
Yeah, like, I wonder if Eagle is... Yeah, it is. It's Eagle
those,
like
look at those
Dandare.
two pieces. There's a Terminator-like skull here and some kind of zombie monster in the front.
Yeah. See, it's like Eagle was where Dandare was first appeared. And I guess maybe they had a sister publication called Tiger. I don't know. But yeah, these are from the Brits, I guess. Really good art.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's a little different. Yeah, you're right, Ed. It's it doesn't look like it's produced the same way.
No.
Yeah, there's your Eagle magazine ad in the back too.
Yeah.
So imports, Cobra, Battle Action Force,
Which is with the British version of G.I. Joe.
Duke and his Action Force team.
Cocaine better be fucking involved, man. We have a fucking cigarette boat, and we have a scantily clad freaking bikini
You
girl.
undersell this boat. That is an intergalactic spaceship that's racing across the waves.
An Elon Musk fucking crack boat. There better be contraband. There better be drugs in this one.
I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah. No, that's paper. Did fucking Frank Robbins draw this?
Like a week. He was vacationing in Mexico and drew this one
Right.
week.
Did it in exchange for some cervezas at the...
Ed, are you seeing any names credited
Yeah.
with artists? It'd be
Yeah.
fun to try to, once we spend a little more time with these, to actually look up some of these artists and see what the deal is. I'll be cross-referencing them with that Imp issue.
Smart.
And, see if some of these guys have notoriety or if some of them are considered cream of the crop. There must be some hierarchy, I'm sure.
A very Russ Meyer piece right here when she smacks the dude up, dude. Shades of Miss Tora Satana from Faster Pussycat Kill Kill.
Yeah. This is a nice one.
Yeah. All right, man, give some drugs in this one. God damn it.
Or at least a shark attack.
Yeah.
I'm expecting good things from that shark on the cover. Man, I love all that lettering.
Yeah, it's another Frank Robbins.
All that display lettering. Yeah, I wonder if that's the same artist. It does look similar. You can see it's like Letraset or, like the rub-on kind of design letters.
Oh, for the logo and shit?
Yeah, for any of the titles and the logos and stuff like that. I love seeing all of that stuff because it's just gone. It's such a different approach. Beer ad on the back.
Oh, we got a series of Policia in color.
Golden Gate Police Division.
Now this one, I might just let you have this one, man, because
That one's been around. It's had some owners.
Yeah.
We're in a nightclub here, maybe a strip club.
And you know that what dude's holding? Weight.
I think you might find some coke in this one. These guys feel a little seedy.
Don't do drugs.
It is like a chick track. It's like a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
There's a moral lesson here.
Yeah, now you might get to hang out with these super buxom women, have a whole lot of fun, get to wear cool clothes.
Smart cars.
Get to go to cool clubs.
A lot of great Dutch angles in this, too.
But then these guys will come for you. Look at that.
Amazing. That's right off of a B-movie video cover. There was a shark. I saw a shark eating somebody, I think.
Now it's starting to feel like Double Dragon or something.
I would love a Double Dragon comic that looked like this.
Yeah.
Just Street Fighters. That's a good one, man. Well, there's a reason that one's well worn. I forgot about the cowboy genre. We were ensconced in that crime fiction for a bit.
Yeah, and we could still be with one more. Look at that, dude. This one was displayed in a
Yep,
window.
in a window. There was a lot of red on this cover in the beginning.
Yeah. And it's so funny and nerdy that we know that what happened to it.
It's even the color of ink that doesn't work in sunlight.
Look at that blue hair, man.
I was just thinking that, like, this is the kind of stuff I would sample colors from. Because it is just primary colors for the most part.
What the fuck?
Is that the first actual topless?
It's not, but it's the first with excessive nipples like that.
With 100% magenta.
Yeah.
It feels like such a formula. Like the panel compositions and stuff.
Yeah. Look at this little nerdy guy. In over his head a little bit. I wonder how it's going to play out, James.
Yeah, I wonder. It reminds me at times of like Pete Morisi, not in the finished work, but in the compositions.
There's Ken Landgraf type shit here even. Like, this is Dr. Peculiar Lady.
That really is Dr. Peculiar.
Look at that hair, dude.
Look at that face. That's a whole thing there.
I love this.
I like that older lady's kind of great. Like, you don't see that character drawn in comics very often. She could be out of Psycho or something.
Oh my goodness, Jim. What is that?
I don't want to know.
What is this? What happens on the previous page?
Oh boy. I hope he gets a bottle busted over his face. Yeah. Look, there's some on the...
She about to get pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a good one. Look at that romantic shit right there, man.
That's that shoujo manga, with the flowery kind of borders and background.
Wow. Donald Curtis.
What is this?
Yeah, fuck
Where
this.
are the pictures? How dare you send us a prose novel?
Alejandro, we'll give you
I
one more
thought you
chance.
knew us. I wonder what these are.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's like pulp novels or something.
Yeah.
Probably something that's kind of akin to the comic version.
Yeah, when you graduate from these, you could read in words about the guy who got the spooge on his eye. Look at that. This is science fiction. My mom had that haircut back in the day. Little triangle head.
Man, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that this is a hell of a way to start a mailbag.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a different color ink there too.
Yeah.
A little bit more reds in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
I like the one color stuff a lot. Like that's a look that I'll probably play with at some point.
I don't know if that was a long-haired guy, if I saw some lesbianism.
I always thought it'd be fun to create this kind of stuff because, like, how cheap would it be to make one of these? It'd be fun as like a self-published project.
Yeah, I agree.
I even like that format, the paperback format.
Mad Policias. Must have been a popular series. Number
Yeah.
485.
We saw several of those, probably weekly.
This one's number 86.
That reminds me of some of the generic DC books I would see in the 70s.
Jimmy, let's see, man.
I don't even have to call it.
Who's going to make the first call? Jim, grab one.
See, you buried the one that I want real bad. It's this. Yeah, look at that. Went right to it. It's made for me, Ed. These are so funny. Well loved with the kid. The kid got hold of this one, scribbling on the covers.
Oh yeah, this one with this little twerpy dude. I'll take.
I think is that the one where the guy got a little on his face?
Yeah. I think these novels go in the Tom pile. Let me just put these to the side, man. We'll choose them shits later.
That's funny. Tom will be sad he missed this. I didn't know that Tom would be into these.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any Kirby foreshortening or anything. Ooh, this is a thick one. Get the truck one. Nah,
Yeah,
yeah, whatever.
They're all kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Except when you could
Did we flip
get to
through
this.
this one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Gorilla's on the cover. Isn't that Julie Schwartz's mandate?
Or was
This
it Mort
book's sold.
Weisinger?
Classic DC trick.
This cleavage is staring at me. See, the Policia shit is like the popular shit.
Yeah, Ventura.
Angels and Demons.
It's a good title.
Fucks with that.
This might be in that Rayburn Imp issue.
Oh man, this is a later issue of Policia. Oh, it looks pretty cool.
Slightly different size format.
I'm grabbing this one for the knife.
Not
also,
for the suspenders.
Also, he looks like Hagar from Final Fight. before he got roided out. Ooh, and he has those like speedy, like zoot suit pants.
That's a good cover.
Yeah, look at that needle.
I love the mirror shades on her.
Yeah, that's that Mara shit.
It's like that dude's like a skull eye.
Yeah, man,
That's a good
I
background.
know junkies that look like that.
900 pesos for that one.
I'm grabbing this one for the twins.
There you go.
This one because it was in the window, man. It attracted people to the shop.
Is that an autograph or a scribble?
I'm gonna just think that that's an autograph. Oh, fuck the Western shit. Oh, this is Western too. I think we're stuck with Western now.
Yeah, you might be right. Oh man, gets tough. Gets tough when you get down to these.
I'm grabbing this one for his mustache.
This is always the this is gym class. You know,
Yeah.
at the end, the ones you're picking there at the end.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings here, but the British import is last.
You can get the novels, man.
Alejandro, thank you so much for this. I am super psyched. I am looking forward to actually going through some of these. And
Into the Crystallis, man, is Alejandro's comic. We speak your name, homeboy.
looks good. Thanks for reaching out, buddy. All right, Ed, you ready for another box?
Every week is Christmas.
About Palooka.
Casey Van Hill is the person that sent this to us. Let me just pull this down a little bit. Massive fan of the comics. Total mark for the Kayfabe channel. Discovered us through Reddit posts about the Wizard Eps. Here's a box of some of the books he's written. Palooka, a wrestling comic.
Nice.
The Civil 4, a fist-fighting Abe Lincoln.
That sounds good.
Super Rich, team of celebrities, athletes, and moguls who purchased their superpowers.
Sounds like an early image pitch.
It sounds like a Netflix series that's impending, man.
Sounds like Green Team, the revised Green Team. Underrated comic, by the way.
Knights of the Fifth Dimension, pan-dimensional allegory of the comics industry.
Huh. I'm going to reserve judgment on that.
Hope you enjoy the books. Looking forward to some feedback if possible. Keep up the great... Whoa, there's a Lucha Libre mask.
Yeah, you are bearing the lead. Because that's really cool.
That's a fucking awesome one, dude.
That is a good one.
You know what? They're both kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I can be happy with either. Look at that! That's scary as fuck.
That's great.
I'll scare my niece to death with that one.
Those are sweet.
First order of business. Let's divvy up the this really is loaded. Are you in league with this fucking guy?
We're gonna uncover the secret of this coin. I feel bad. Ed, you go ahead and pick, man, because I have won every single coin flip.
I'm just gonna grab this for satanic purposes, but that one's like very cool.
Yeah, I have no regrets. Those are neat.
Here's your Merlin for president.
This is the allegory of the comics industry.
I think we'll get there. Here's the Palooka book.
I'm trying to think if I've heard of Palooka. Like, I've done, like I'll Google for wrestling books and hear mentions. This looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Very solid. Is it self-published?
Yeah,
No?
yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
pretty sure.
Do you think Casey Van Heel is a working name?
You don't trust a person with 3 names?
Well, it just fits a wrestling book so well.
Yeah.
Especially, well, I guess it depends on who comes out on top in the end, but I'm dubious.
Looks good. Looks good. And Palooka has a long history in the squared circle in comics, man. So it's a good choice of title.
It is a good choice of title, that's true.
Super cool, man. We each got one of these, Jimmy. The Civil 4.
It's another good title.
So Casey's the writer.
Would you call that a pun? Civil 4?
That's that Tom Scioli type
Some kind
shit.
of play on words.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for that. Man, these are big, ambitious books.
Yeah. Yeah, Casey's like, he's got a stable. Oh, this is dope. Ooh. I bet this is like the Illuminati, man. Like if you look at the map, like if you are in a helicopter above Washington, D.C., and you see the way the town is carved,
Yeah.
there's all sorts of Mason imagery. And I bet these dudes were the engineers of that. And if not, Casey, you could keep that one for free.
You're in a generous mood, Ed.
Super Rich. Season 1. Seen some good punches thrown. A little bit of furry stuff. Not bad cartooning.
I'm very curious if these are print on demand.
Casey, put something in the comments, man. You're the one who could answer that.
Because I'm impressed with the color. Like the production looks good. Oh, yeah.
Probably this right here. comicswellspring.com.
Man, how far that has come.
Yeah. Knights of the Fifth Dimension. I believe this is our comics allegory of the industry joint.
I think you're right. And this is a New York Comic Con exclusive.
Yeah, perhaps the cover.
See, I was right about the button.
The button?
Yeah, the button.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh, that was Merlin?
Merlin button.
And that's a Kirby-ish looking dude.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. How about him?
I better not say for fear of slander and libel.
This is such a strange.
Yeah, this
book.
is going to have to go at the top of my list, I think, of
There's some
what I
things
got
to
read.
point out in this book. Easter eggs, I guess you might call them.
Cool, man. Casey, thanks for the comics, Holmes.
Yeah, thanks for the masks. Thanks for sending all this stuff.
Kayfabers get the trick, man. Sweeten a pot with a little payola.
One more big box here in the pile.
Let's see. What's up, Jim and Ed? Here's a little of everything I've done as of late. Gave Jim a copy at Heroes Con. Put one in a box for Ed. Keep up the great vids. Love drawing while watching. Gives me a feeling of working in the studio with friends, like I used to do before I had a family in an in-home studio.
Oh, give the name, Ed.
And the name is Tony Sadani. S-E-D-A-N-I.
All right, let's see what we've got here. I think this is one big package to stuff falling out.
No, it's just your loaded coin. Your conspiratorial coin.
What's the credit look like in the front there? Is he doing all this himself? Is he a writer, artist?
looks like.
Looks like all his handiwork.
A zygote. Little Junji Ito, little X-Files.
I do always wonder what people are drawing from. You know, like we have so much access now. I feel like you can become a cartoonist and have completely different influences than the guy next to you that's a cartoonist. It just didn't used to be that way, you know, like everybody would draw from the same stuff. We had the 7 same guys we looked up to. And now you see this stuff and it's like, where are you coming from, man?
Returned to Rander. Lone Savior. Stockpile Universe. Trading cards. This is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I like the trading card stuff. We should tear one of these open. Maybe. Collect them all. So it says, oh, those are nice. It's kind of like the old Marvel.
Yeah, Series 2.
That's really funny. Yeah, hold that up for everybody.
The Mangal. This is your moneymaker, dude.
Yeah, I think so. I want to see this comic.
Yeah, 200 pages of it, please.
There's your Lone Savior pin.
So hard, man. Ooh, this is a good-looking character.
Yeah. Starbodo and Digger. I gotta say, the Munhall is the moneymaker for me in this pile.
Yeah.
In this universe.
If we were your editors, man, we would say this is the direction to go. If you're throwing spaghetti at the wall, this is the one. Because I want to see the cosplay of that at conventions. I can picture it too. Just a dude in like all black spandex bodysuit with the exposed arms. And then, that little gimmick sitting on top of his head. Maybe the eye holes go right there.
I don't see too much of the influence elsewhere, but this reminds me a little bit of Shaky Kane, some of the image stuff that he would do lately.
And dude, these are the characters from the cards. I recognize the villain, man, so I can't wait to see Munhall.
Ooh, I like the black and white.
I do too.
That's a big book. It's amazing everybody doing graphic novels and things.
Yeah, when that was the common wisdom back then was the direct opposite. Like, start small. Do a 32-page comic. You're not going to have the chance to do your epic comic for quite a while.
It's incredible to think people putting this amount of time and effort in. Right, early on. Yeah. Although everybody's, kind of wired different. This was always the most intimidating thing to me in the world. Is like, give me 24 pages, something I can kind of see the size of it. But I knew guys that would do this. Like every book they did was 200 pages. So some of it's a mentality, I think. Looks like some different styles as you flip through there, too.
Yeah, I'm sure this wasn't able to be churned out in 2 months, so possible evolution of the art style might have taken some time. I don't think I saw a Munhall in there, man. Maybe part 2.
Hopefully Munhall's the next big 200-pager. Pass that over here. Oh yeah, we have seen some of these. I love this packaging. I think this is the funnest packaging. This feels like you're playing to the crowd. You're pandering to me a little bit.
Right.
You hear me talk about video stores and then do this? I love it though. And I've seen pictures of this book. Like people will show their hauls after a comic book show or whatever.
Always sticks out, huh?
It does stick out. Damn right.
Nice like faux duotone.
All right, man. So speaking of Johan Peterson and Nash.
Yeah.
That is like the theme of this Mailbag issue. That's him.
Oh,
that's
word.
His work.
Oh, that's sick.
I thought it looked kind of like his stuff whenever we were flipping through, and sure enough, so...
Yeah, that's awesome.
Interesting.
Man. Good eye. Look at that dude. Broke a damn knife on his body, I think.
Dude's indestructible. This is how you learn that you're indestructible. Man, what happened to that guy's face? Wow.
Read the comic
Brutal
and find
stuff.
out, man.
I do love that kind of package design. So clever. Wonder what his printing in is. Like, this is another one of those where you look at it and it's like, who's printing this?
Right, yeah.
Like,
and how do you communicate that to the printer?
I've printed so much stuff in my life, and it was like, this would be impossible for me most of my life to print something that looked like that.
There's the money.
That's it. Put that on the cover.
That's the money.
Wow, that's cool.
That's right up my alley, too, with that shit I'm working on these days.
Yeah. It's probably up the alley of quite a few Kayfabers. If you're here from the Outlaw Comics video, you're probably on board for this.
Here you go, Jimmy. You keep the bag, because you're the one. You're the one who...
Packing this home.
Yeah. And Matador, the arch-villain pins to go along with our Lone Savior joint. Not bad.
No, looks good.
Not a bad set
It's like
of packages.
a whole merchandising setup here.
Yeah.
Feels like he should have a team in there working for him.
He's a go-getter.
Thanks, Tony, man. That's a lot of stuff. Blood and Oil is a good title.
Jimmy, we've been here for 45 minutes, man. Maybe we save the rest of the mail next time.
We do have more stuff to do, so I say that's a good stopping point, Ed.
All right, Kayfabers. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, and follow the channel if you haven't done so. We're on our way to 15,000 followers.
It's the next milestone. You can find Cartoonist Kayfabe merch at our spread shop. There's a link below the video to that.
All right, man. I need to go read these Mexican comics with my Google Translate app, dude.
Exactly.
Go give them the marching orders, man.
Read more comics.